Deepest Secret, I think it is.
Darkest Secret.
Darkest Secret. And you can meet St. John Hunt because he's going to be at this seminar, Oswald's Summer of Secrets, New Orleans and the JFK Assassination, October 16th to the 18th. It's produced by Trine Day Press. Really cool guy, Chris Milligan, helps us out all the time. It's going to be at the Crown Plaza Hotel by the airport, 2829 Williams Boulevard. OswaldConference.com. We'll be right back with more of St. John Hunt. And now, a word from our sponsors. Pacific West Bamboo, your premier source for sustainable building material. They provide construction-grade and craft-grade bamboo material for all your indoor, outdoor, and gardening needs. Contact them for event planning and display building as well. 503-839-8126. Or you go to their new website, pacificwestbamboo.com. Or you can contact them on Facebook at Pacific West Bamboo. That's 503-839-8126. Amanda from Pacific West Bamboo was our first sponsor. She's been so good to us, so please support her in return. I want to make everybody aware of our new members section at www.oppermanreport.com. You can go there and sign up for a monthly, quarterly, or yearly subscription. You can even purchase episodes one by one. You get full access to brand new original content, new guests, new uncensored interviews, my own investigations and reports, and we're going to be adding sections with documents, images, police reports, either provided by myself or by my guests, or for my own investigations, my own reports. So you can go to oppermanreport.com and you can sign up there tonight. You can start listening tonight. Strawman. I want to mention Strawman. Strawman is a band out of Toronto, Canada. They're good friends of the Opperman Report. They're a trio of guys who share the same mindset most of us here do, and they put that energy into their words and music. So check them out at strawmanmusic.com and drop them a line to let them know that you heard them here on the Opperman Report. We'll be doing an interview with Sean Duffy soon. You can get an autographed copy of my book, How to Succeed as a Private Investigator, by visiting my PI website, emailrevealer.com. We also offer a computer and cell phone forensics. We can recover deleted text messages to uncover infidelity. We offer asset searches, locates, email tracing, background reports, and we can even trace your spouse's email address back to internet dating websites to catch them cheating online. You can reach us at 800-572-9762, or you can email me at emailrevealer@aol.com. New World Mexican Women. Everyone loves the New World Mexican Women, and their line of fine, handcrafted, authentic Mexican jewelry of stone mosaic and abalone stone inlay. In their first book, titled New World Mexican Women, available on lulu.com, they teach you how to make this jewelry, and they have a collection of love letters to their men from their hometown that have immigrated to the United States to find work. They have also published a new book entitled Azuquina to the Rodeo. It's about a young girl that falls in love with a rodeo bull rider, and she runs away with him without telling her family. You can find the New World Mexican Women by Googling New World Mexican Women. And you can ask them about their deals on wholesaling their fine jewelry and all of the other projects that they have going on. If you'd like to have your business or website advertised here and promoted all over the world on dozens of stations every day, give us a call at 800-572-9762 or email oppermanreport@gmail.com. And now back to our show. Okay, welcome back to the Opperman Report. I'm your host, Private Investigator Ed Opperman. I want to encourage everybody to check out the member section at oppermanreport.com and also the bookstore, where we have you can order St. John Hunt's book about his mom, Dorothy, An Amoral and Dangerous Woman, The Murder of E. Howard Hunt's Wife, Watergate's Darkest Secret. And if you want to meet St. John in person, you can go down there to New Orleans coming up October 16th to the 18th. They're putting on a 3-day conference. It's very inexpensive. It's like $110 for 3 days, which is a huge bargain. You can get over there and get some inside gossip. There's a lot of stuff people don't like to talk about on the air. And it's going to be down there in New Orleans, right by the airport, at the Crown Plaza Hotel. So, I got a question for you. Now, obviously, Watergate was usually covered in the press. You know, you had the Woodward and Bernstein. You had daily coverage of the hearings and stuff. Why do you think the press didn't pick up this whole story about this plane crash?
Well, it was definitely front page news for a couple of days after it happened. But I don't think anybody, at that time, anyways, but aside from a very few people like Sherman Skolnick in Chicago, really thought that there was anything to it other than just a bizarre crash. You know, they didn't know all the things we do now in hindsight, of course. But you know, there may have been some control of the press. That's standard procedure. CIA has, certainly a large number of journalists now, and at the time working for the CIA to direct articles and things in the right direction to make the CIA look good, or else not report on something. And there could have been some of that involved as well. There was some inkling of murder. As a matter of fact, the name I mentioned, Sherman Skolnick, was an investigator in Chicago, and he started investigating it, and his account of the anomalies about the crash is very, very telling and deeply researched, and that's in the book too. Rolling Stone ran an article about Mr. Skolnick in an issue, and my sister and I wrote a letter to Rolling Stone after that issue came out, and we were so upset. How could you, dare, accuse my mother of being murdered, as part of some, conspiracy, and that was 1972. So I mean, conspiracy wasn't really, a bad word like it is now. And they sent a very nice lady out to our house, Julia Cameron, who later married Martin Scorsese. Spent 2 weeks with us, and got the inside story of the Hunt children, and that appeared in a Rolling Stone issue, January '74, and it was a good story. But then it just died. It just died. A lot of things were going on. I mean, Nixon was taking front page news. The whole Watergate thing was unraveling, and nobody really cared much about silly old airplane crash.
What about people like Mae Brussel and Dick Gregory and that crowd? Were they saying anything?
Yeah, Mae Brussel, matter of fact, she felt that it was sabotage and murder. There was a few people that were speaking up, but they're on the sidelines. They're not mainstream media, I think.
Okay. Now, back for a second to Doug Caddy, because we were discussing.
Oh, I know where they met. I looked it up in my dad's book. I have a copy of it here. They met at the advertisement agency that my father was working for. After leaving the CIA, he became an employee of the Mullen and Company, which was a high-priced advertising firm. And Doug Caddy worked for Mullen as an attorney, not a criminal one, but as an attorney. And my dad and he got to know each other a little bit. And he was the only person that my dad could think of who to call at 2 or 3 in the morning when he on that night that the burglars were arrested. His entry team was handcuffed and taken away, and he went over to Doug Caddy's house at like 3 in the morning, and they got some advice from Doug, and Doug arranged to have a criminal attorney, free the 5 Watergate defendants, McCord, Martinez, Sturgis, and the other ones, So that's how Doug and my father met, and they just remained in touch on and off for the rest of the time.
And kind of an interesting coincidence is that Doug Caddy talks about how he had met and run across Guy Bannister while he was promoting right-wing conservative politics early on in his youth.
Isn't that something? The web, the web, and it's true. There is one, because these people all stay connected to each other, because that's what they do. I'm writing a book right now with Roger Stone called Jeb Bush and the Crime Family.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, and that's going to be coming out early next year. We got a deadline of the middle of October to have it, the first draft. I got about 40,000 words into it right now, and that's basically what I'm doing. 12 hours a day is researching and writing.
And that's being published by Trine Day?
No, that's Skyhorse.
Okay. All right, well, definitely come back as soon as you get that one out. Yeah, definitely come back. Now, one more thing, Doug Caddy, too. He said, because I asked him about, he was bringing up the whole thing about the call girl operation. Okay, with
right.
I forget his name right now. I had him on the show, Lamford, who wrote that book about the White House Watergate call girl operation, and about how John Dean's wife was really connected up to this call girl operation, right? Now, yeah. What do you know about that?
I just heard things here and there. My father mentioned it a few times. He said he spoke about the Watergate operations as being multi-layered.
Right.
He said, that we were bugging some of the phones in there, but at the same time, we were also looking for this list, this little black book type thing, listing the call girls and all their clients. Very damaging stuff that that they felt the Democrats had in the office somewhere, and. We're going to use it against Nixon and the Republicans, because I guess Republicans use more call girls than Democrats. I don't know if that's true or not. But so there was that going on. There was the search for, there was a cover story of Castro's financing the Democratic, the Democratic Party, and we have to get the goods on that and expose them for the commies that they are. So, that was floated out for a number of years. Then there was the Nixon thing, Nixon being involved in the Kennedy assassination, for Christ's sake. I don't know. The more I research about the presidents that we've had, they're just a bunch of sociopathic murderers, it seems to me. I mean, Johnson and the people that and Doug Caddy, this is where Doug Caddy really knows this stuff. And he represented Billy Saul Estes, who was a Texas wheeler and dealer working in Johnson's early career. And Billy Saul had evidence that now Doug Caddy has, apparently, that Johnson was a part, the motivator for 7 murders, including his sister.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, we talked about it. Because he stayed for I got him to stay for another hour.
This guy's the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And he's having people murdered like he's a mafia hitman or a mafia, whatever. I mean, it's just Clinton. That couple, they just should be, locked up immediately. I mean, they're just, aside from the murders that have happened around them, the staggering amount of money that they've siphoned off their what is it, the Clinton Foundation. Yeah, the Clinton Foundation for Greed is what I say. And, I mean, it just goes, is there no shame? Is there no sense of we don't do those kind of things.
Decency? No, the answer is
Bush,
no.
I'm writing a Bush book with Stone, and I've written about Samuel Prescott, George W.H., George H.W., and I'm stopping there at the end of his thing because That's a lot. But it's a family of criminals, and I mean, I guess the only president that really weren't too